I had a narcissistic collapse or whatever at Drainage Place. I was under so much stress, I was ready to pop, and the environment and people there didn't help very much as it stood. So, and then the following didn't help when I was in Nanaimo, and more fun ensued other than that. And this fucking kid showed up. The things that happened with Freedom's Door and everything that I got told about when I got back and sleeping in Willow Park. And I just had to sit there prostrate and listen to everything that was going on and resist the urge to not grab a fucking 30-06 and go pulling people the fuck away based on somebody else's predisposed stupid assumptions as to who I was as an individual based on their own proclivities as enjoyments and the things that they like to get off on. Whoa, Nelly. See, I'm not a bad guy. But I swear to Christ, if I had more time to be not so much of a time constraint, I'd put a bullet in somebody else's skull. And the fact that Dana strolls by me the other day and does it so slowly, and just to look and cast his little eye of judgment, and the ideas that I gave to him for that fucking shitbox place, and the fact that they were all snapped up and used. Other than that, you can cast me out and fucking put me on the side of the road. Well, cast me out and put me on the side of the road. And is Marlene really ready to settle? Or is she wanting to tantalize me with the fact that I know she's got money in her purse and she's basically saying that she's not willing to give me one red penny heaven? See, life sucks, and there are people, Anastasia, there are people in this life that will fucking treat you like shit. There are people in this life that will hurt you, and I won't be there to protect you from any of it. And I wish I would have taken the time to teach you about these things, and I wish I would have taken the time to try to fucking help you. And somebody might approach you coming up in the next little while, depending on the fact of what happens, with some sort of bullshit excuse as to why I fucking didn't make it from point A to point B, or why I finally bought the farm. And you need to just trust Uncle Trevor to let you know the straight good story as to why that might be, or Auntie Maria, because they will tell you that I love you very much and that you are the inspiration for me trying my ass off to accomplish my dreams and show you that no matter what age you reach and no matter what you do, that your dreams are never, ever, ever to be made light of, are never, ever, ever to be made fun of, and you can do anything you want. And the people that try to put roadblocks in front of you are just petty pieces of cow shit that try to cover for their own insecurities. But you know what? I got them beat because I don't need anything from them. Is that to say that I would refuse your aunt's accommodation of, say, $64,000? Probably not, but that wouldn't be a need. That would be not something that I'm counting on. That would be along the lines of a bonus. I haven't eaten decently in 4 days. This whole journey got started off really shitty, like, but you can accomplish your dreams. You can. in spite of having relatives like the Marlene Wirtz and Diane Sane, you can accomplish your dreams. And I'm going to fucking Nanaimo or to Vancouver to accomplish mine. I'm going to actually Victoria, excuse me, to accomplish mine. I don't have anybody to depend on, and I like it just fine in this particular situation. I'm going to be staying at the Salvation Army shelter. Psychologically, anybody would have snapped after all this. What you guys expect from me and what you expect from yourselves literally is in a class all by itself. You should be commended. I mentioned, Farron, to one of your little renters this evening that quite literally I don't think necessarily that you guys consider me a bad person as much as I might be inconvenient. And you know what? I feel better today when it comes to my breathing problems than I have in quite some time. I wonder why that might be. And you guys have amazing justification powers. Amazing. Amazing. To put me where I sit. And I'm going to go to Victoria. And I'm going to get my schooling done. And I'm going to wash this dirt off my face. And if one thing goes wrong there, you can take this however you want. I'll buy a 22 there before I get on the bus. They won't frisk me for it. And I'll come back here with it. And I will start putting people's fucking dicks in the dirt. The original plan in all this was to wear me down and make me submit. What, throw me in a fucking homeless shelter and forget about me? This is the kind of person you want me to be, right? Ron McIntyre told you that I was a bad guy, that I was a piece of cow shit, that I should be a criminal because that's what I chose to be. Because I continued on with the Sons of Anarchy thing. And everybody said in Penticton that I moved, acted, and talked like a biker. That they said at that particular point in juncture that I was acting like a biker. That I'd ripped somebody off and steamrolled them their wages when that was indeed false. I miss back in the day when things were simpler, and I didn't see what I see every day. People out for their own justification, their own glory, their own sexual satisfaction. I find it disgusting. I find humanity to be abhorrent. And what I want, and now what I'm going to have to take, is my own corner of life, where I will begin to go to school, go to work, and reenact Kill Bill. Just kidding. I'm Minnesota, you find me to be such a piece of shit. Everybody else gets so much more consideration, except for me. People experiment with relatives. Well, people experiment with fucking Hoover vacuum cleaners, for crying out loud. You two are literally acting, or you three, or you four, or whatever the fuck ever, that, you know, you're gonna rewrite the book on sexual deviancy, and I'm gonna be the first chapter and the star of the whole thing. Is that what you want? Do you want me to be the star of the whole fucking thing? Sexual deviancy, folks.